Okay, welcome back to the coffee show with Kirk Pearson. I'm your host, Kirk Pearson. The organizer of the whole world of coffee, Jakarta, is here with us right now. This is Daryanto from Common Grounds Coffee. How are you going?
I'm good, Kirk.
I just introduced you as Daryanto from Common Grounds. So that's how we first met.
Yes.
It was in Brazil a few years ago. And now you've actually transitioned to doing something different. So you're now actually involved in the Ministry of Agriculture in Indonesia. Is that correct?
It's more of a coordinating ministry for food.
Ministry for Food.
Yeah.
So that's a big part of the Prabowo sort
Yes.
of vision, isn't it?
Vision,
Because
yes.
he's got a plan to give everyone in Indonesia
Food,
that's
food sufficiency.
food
Yeah.
sufficiency.
Yeah.
So look, I'll get into that, but let's start with what's going on here.
Yeah.
This has been a massive, massive success, hasn't it? Like, I don't think I've ever been to a coffee expo that's quite as big as this. What's your feelings about it so far?
I'm very happy for sure. I mean, I think this is something that I always want to do. I mean, my first, not World of Coffee, but my first coffee events outside of Indonesia, technically speaking, was in Melbourne. There was the first introduced to the world specialty coffee was in Melbourne. It was MICE in 2013,
Mm-hmm.
the year where
Matt
Perger,
Perger, Lachlan Ward,
Lachlan,
Joshua.
I was there with Ason.
Mhm.
So one of our baristas competed in the latte art. So we were there. We see the whole different coffee world. We were just speechless. Me and Ason were there. We were speechless. We see the whole different industry, what we are currently doing back then in Indonesia. So we learn. We make friends. That's how I know Senali. That's how I know Sal. That's where we make friends. That's where our business with Senali started. So we make connections. We learn the innovations of coffee and blah 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 blah. Then I was like telling with Hassan back then, hey, wow, we learn a lot from this kind of world expos. Like this is something that in Indonesia should have, because not everybody have these kind of opportunities.
So let's talk about it now. So obviously, what went into you being able to bring this here? When did the conversation start?
Of course, we have been in coffee competitions since 2013, and then we were placed last, or maybe third or fifth last. And then we start building from there. We build our confidence. We start getting to semifinals. Yosua was in the semifinals in Seoul, but I had one goal, was that, hey, I need to win the Barista Champion. We as a producing country, we need to win the Barista Champion. And then I met Mikhail Jasin. And then he kept progressing from there. We were the finalists in the 2019. Hey, the goals start getting closer and closer. And then I think not only the barista being the champion, but I think we should host this event. So 5 years ago, when I hosted a local coffee festival. So it was sponsored by one of the local bank here, the government local bank. So I was challenged by one of the director. Actually, he was the minister now.
Mm-hmm.
He challenged me, hey, stop doing local standards. Let's try to do something national, something international, something worldwide. I say, okay, if you give me the green light, I will fight for it.
Yep.
So I contacted SEA, asking what are the possibilities for me to bring the world of coffee to Indonesia. It took me around 1 year to get an answer. Finally, in Greece, I think I contacted Kyunghee. He said, oh yeah, I think that'll be cool. Why not we see? But they still don't have the full vision on how Indonesia looks like, right? Because most of the world coffee are being held in the consumer countries. So Kyunghee came to Jakarta, see the whole Jakarta. Wow, the whole different vibe.
I'll tell you what, it's been ginormous. Even where we are now, it's just like
Yeah.
a little resting area for people to go onto the show. But I just bumped into one of the Archers guys in the hallway here, Gibson, and he told me they had 550 bags of coffee that they brought with them, and they thought they would last 3 days. They sold it all yesterday. They decided to book someone a flight to come here with another 550. And they told that guy after they booked the flight, hey, you're going to Indonesia tomorrow and you're bringing more coffee. So that's just how bananas it's going here. Everyone's like selling out of everything because obviously this is a city of 28 million people.
Yes.
And so, the level of interest in coffee is just enormous.
Yes. I think not only that, I mean, I know we are in a different part of the world, right? You know, in America being very, very developed with all the coffee cultures. The Europeans are very developed. I mean, Melbourne is super developed with the coffee cultures. Even countries like East Asia, Japan, Taiwan, Korea, they're all full developed, and they are the coffee consuming countries. They are really very strong, and China is developing super extremely fast. And I think Indonesia, on the other hand, we are also still growing. So the vibes, the people that willing to drink coffee, we are still growing at a rapid growth.
Well, the trajectory of Indonesia's economy is enormous. It's projected, I think, by 2050 or something to be the fourth biggest economy in the world.
Yeah.
So obviously a population of 280 million
We
people.
are the fourth largest population.
Yeah.
China, America, India, America, and us.
Right. Okay. I didn't know that. Fourth
we are
in
the
world.
fourth largest.
And I want to pivot to what you're doing now for work, because to me that's so interesting. And you mentioned that food security is a big part of the Indonesian government's focus for this term. What does that mean, the food security?
So over the last 20 years, we have different presidents, right? Starting from Suharto,
Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono,
Megawati,
Jokowi,
everybody else. You see, every president have a different focus, right? Jokowi focused a lot on infrastructures, which is great. Now you have speed train going from Jakarta to Bandung in less than 30 minutes, right? But our agriculture side has been abandoned for more than 30, 40 years. So Suharto was the last president who is really focusing on agriculture. So all the systems, all the technologies, we are all lacking behind. And because of that, we have insufficient in rice, sugar, corn. So we need to import those stuff. So back to Prabowo now, he want to focus, hey, I think we should set the good foundation. People in Indonesia must eat enough food. They must have enough protein. So because of that, people will have a higher IQ, right? If not, people here will die from stunting. People have not enough food. People will die from hunger. So he want to set the foundation right first before we move up.
So, well, that's an interesting point, because to be able to do all these things, you need to first, that health is one of the most important things for a human being. And then, of course, giving them the right nutrients is important for that as well. And I like that. I'm always fascinated by people that have long-term visions. And like, you know, you mentioned the bullet train before.
Yeah.
That's probably like a 10-year project to actually build.
Yes.
And it only finished 2 years ago. And we actually got to ride it to Bandung the other day.
How was it? Nice?
Yeah, it was very comfortable, nice and spacious. It got you from Jakarta to Bandung in 30 minutes as opposed to like I think 4 or 5 hour drive or whatever. Yeah. So, I mean, those are just nation building sort of projects that really set you further ahead. And so what initiatives do you think, what projects do you think you'll undertake to guarantee yourself that food security? So we can also throw coffee into this mix as well, because it's a huge agricultural product for you.
Yeah. So what Prabowo wants in the year of 2045, 2045, that Indonesia reached the peak of the golden age. You see, so we have 25 years where all the babies, all the kids that are born now, they have enough food, and then they grow to be somebody that, you know, at like the peak of their age. You see, so like even like maybe somebody's at the age of 25, you get a good educations in 25 years, they'll be 40 years old. That's where the prime of the maturity of a person in doing business and like anything else. So I think if he set a goal of a golden age to where Indonesia needs to be at the top of the world, maybe fourth largest economy in the world. Maybe I think it is super possible with all this foundation that being laid out now. You see,
How do you get there, do you think? And I think you mentioned technology in what you were saying before. How do you think you get there?
of course, with the right foundation first, people need to get healthy,
Mm,
get the right protein,
mm.
get the right carbohydrates. So people need to have the standard, because if not, if you keep dying from hunger, so it's pointless.
What about the development of the agricultural though? Like you need to develop the domestically grown products to do it.
Yes.
How do you think you encourage that?
Now they are encouraging for millennials farmers or even Gen Z farmers, because now most of the farmers currently that are working at the plantation, not only in coffee, everywhere, even in rice paddy field, in corn fields, even in sugarcane, they are all aged between 55 to 65. They are old.
That's
They are-
interesting. We just had Carlos Escobar from Colombia come on and say the average farmer in Colombia, their age is 58 years old.
Exactly.
So yeah, encouraging that younger generation because it's hard. It's really difficult. We went to Classic Beans in just outside of Bandung the other day,
Yeah.
and we climbed up the mountain. We picked the cherries, got bitten by the mosquitoes, processed the coffee, did all those things, and it's difficult. I can understand why people perhaps don't want to do it. So,
Right.
I mean, what you've got your work laid out for you
Yeah,
there.
so
I'd like to know what
so
you're
it's
going
true,
to do.
right? So either you want, I mean, coffee is a whole ecosystem, right? It's like either you want to be a farmer or you want to be a barista.
I mean, there's a few in between, but
Yeah, but most of the people, most of the Indonesians now they are willing to work as a barista.
is that a flip? Has that changed over
A
time?
lot, a lot,
Mm.
it's a lot. But now with the good coffee prices, maybe they will come back.
Yeah.
As a farmers, because by selling green coffee, I think we'll make more money.
Well, I think one observation I kind of made while I was there
Yeah.
was that a lot of these coffee farms, and I'm sure other products,
Okay.
you know, need the same as well. They need investment.
Yeah.
They need investment to be able to grow their capacity, streamline some operations, go focus on other things, and investment not only in sort of equipment, so it could be processing equipment, but I guess in education as well. So like one of the problems that the Classic Beans guys outlaid to me is that they have difficulty explaining to the farmer that they need to prune trees.
Yeah.
And that's important actually for a coffee tree's health, maintaining the soil. And so these are all challenges that you'll have not just in coffee, but in other things.
Yeah.
But maybe the Indonesian government can focus there. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I don't want to come claiming.
Yes, definitely. But I think honestly, to be honest, currently the coffee farmers is at their golden age. If you look at the coffee prices now, so the seed prices just keep going up.
Mm.
The benchmark for Indonesia is easy. For a farmer to be well fed, 1 kilogram of coffee can buy them 2 kilograms of rice.
2 kilograms of rice.
Yes.
Right. So,
But with the current prices of coffee, 1 kilo of coffee can buy 7 kilograms of rice. You see,
okay. Yeah.
the farmers are making a lot of money now.
Well, they're making more.
A lot more.
Mm.
But are the farmers investing back the money that they earn into their farm? We don't know. Mostly not. They'll buy new cars. They'll buy new houses. You see, if they reinvested and built a better farm,
What could be a program like? I think in Australia,
Yeah.
when there's certain businesses they want to promote, for example, they'll make tax incentives or something to invest in equipment, which the government then gives them a deduction on in their tax return, sort of thing. I mean, look, I'm just floating ideas here, Daryanto. Maybe
I think now coffee. So even coffee currently, the government provided a subsidized fertilizers
Mhm.
for coffee, and even the local government banks, they give a loan. They call it KUR, KUR. So it's like a credit line for the farmers at the very minimum uh, rate of what's it called?
Interest?
Interest.
Mhm.
Yeah. So So the government have without any collateral.
Mhm. Oh, well, that's good. That's
Yeah.
a good initiative.
But the thing is, a lot of farmers misuse that. They get the money from the bank and then they buy motorcycle.
Look, I mean, look,
But yeah, so
but I guess again, that's like
Yeah.
a training and education thing. It's like, well, hang on, if you invest this, you get a return later. You'll be able to buy even more of those things.
yeah,
And I guess sometimes people just need to be shown that. I'm terrible with money. That's why I get him to manage it. So I can't say I wouldn't do the same
Yeah.
thing. One thing I want to talk about with you before we have to go is you've lost I guess 20 to 30 kilos since I last saw you a few years ago.
yeah.
You're a big time marathon runner now. And we had a brief discussion about health and well-being the other day when I saw you at one of your venues. Explain to me what it's been like for you in terms of your physical well-being and your productivity and things since you've undertaken this fitness journey. How's your life improved from what it was?
Of course, man. I mean,
Because I need that inspiration, dude. I need it.
I don't know, but I think I can function more now than before. I totally changed my lifestyle. I wouldn't say no alcohol, but almost no alcohol. I sleep earlier. I sleep at 9. I wake up at 5. I run almost every morning. I'm doing 60 to 80 kilos of running a week, just to keep myself fit.
Right. So it's like an every morning thing,
Every
start
morning
the day
things,
like that.
Yeah, and then you need to be in the zone. You need to be focused, and then with all these trainings and you're being focused, it just your brain will function better.
Yeah.
I mean, so you know what to focus and what not to.
So on the
To do
whole, you
it.
reckon you're
Yes.
performing better since because this is
Yeah.
something I think baristas need to be
Yeah.
encouraged more to do. And it's actually something that I was reading the bartending sort of international association's website.
Yeah.
And they actually advise bartenders on their health, which I thought
Yeah.
was really interesting. So, I mean, baristas, we got to start looking after each other, man. You get up early in those
Yeah.
mornings, especially in Australia. Got to prioritize your health. I'm guilty. I always eat pastries and stuff during the day because they're there. It's like, oh,
I mean,
God,
I
geez.
still do have my cheat days
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But you have 7 days a week, and then you have one cheat day. I think it's good enough.
What does a Daryanto mukbang look like?
Oh man, we should eat noodles together.
Huh?
We should eat noodles together here.
Oh, I'll do it.
Oh,
I'm good with spicy food too.
Look at him.
Oh, yeah.
And then
He's like,
I can do a mukbang there.
yeah, all right. Well, if you got time for a mukbang, I would love to do a mukbang.
Yeah.
Mukbang is like a Korean,
Yeah.
I guess, session of gluttony
Yeah.
that people indulge in.
It not bakmi, and then we can do it with martabak.
What's that?
Martabak.
What is it?
Or maybe durian.
Oh, well, you missed the durian thing yesterday. We were walking around getting people to try durian. I don't mind it. It's like mango with garlic added to it or something.
And with a certain texture.
Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bit slimy. I don't like the texture of it,
Yeah.
but the rest is good. Hey, look, I know you're really busy and you've got to go on
Yeah.
to do other things. I will just remind everyone about one of our partners for this trip, which has been Time More. Time More provide people with excellent kettles, hand grinders, electric grinders. If you're in the market, if you need it, consider Time More, timemore.com. And I should thank you as well, because you've been an instrumental part of us coming here, the World of Coffee supporting us to come over. You're a friend, our mutual friend Hidenori Ozaki connected us and helped make this trip happen. So I really owe you my gratitude and thank you so much for supporting us to come over, inviting us to come over, giving us this space. You guys have been lifesavers for me, and I think the relationship's good. I want to come back whenever I can. And congratulations on all your hard work in getting here and getting this expo off the ground.
You're welcome. And another thing is that I hope, this is the first time World of Coffee in producing country, and then this is also in South Asia, I guess. So I hope this journey, Indonesian Jakarta journey, will inspire our neighboring countries. So we have more events, not only in Jakarta, but surrounding all the South Asian countries.
Well, the demand's here, and
exactly.
I absolutely love Jakarta. It's
Yeah.
crazy, but I absolutely love it. It's been so much fun. The people are probably the best part about it as well.
Thank you.
It's
thank
been
you.
awesome. But we'll come back for Jacko Week. We'll
you
come
there.
back for Jacko Week.
you there.
He's saying, but all right, let's wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much. We're going to go see the finals announcements for the Brewers Cup. Yanto's got a dinner to go to, so we'll leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you.